I
Hello.
would like to welcome in all of the viewers. I'd also like to welcome Bone Breaking Action to the live stream and to all the viewers who are tuning in today. Again, welcome. This is a very special live stream, guys, because today we are going to be talking Maniac Riot Wrestling, and we are going to be talking and answering a lot of your guys' questions as it relates to the release of our action figure line. This is what's going on now? This is a line that both Bone Breaking Action and I thought of probably mid late last year, actually probably earlier 2025.
A long
And
time already, huh?
yeah, I mean, I think it was. I mean, has it been longer than a year? Because I kind of feel like we were talking about this back in like 2024, but at least when we really decided that this is something we really wanted to get into, it had to be at least mid 2025. And when we reached out to certain parties about producing our first figures, and we talked about the Wadi Soldier. And then we looked at the Wadi Devil. We looked at the Jason Nupp figure. Then we looked at the Bone Breaking Action figure. Uh, the original designs, obviously, we got them in, and they weren't quite up to the expectations. They weren't quite the vision that we had for the overall flow design of the figures. They were more display pieces. They weren't quite the playability that we were looking for. When I'm looking for action figures, I'm more looking for something that looks like this, right? Something that looks great, something that's serviceable, playable for kids. Not so much something like this, right? I don't like the more non-playable figures. So we had to pivot a little bit. We had to go to a customizer that was more. I thought I heard some Christmas music. so we had so we had to go to a customizer that's more well known in the LJN custom world to create the designs, and he did not disappoint. He came out with a perfect replica of the Bone Breaking action figure. And what I really enjoyed about this particular piece,
Yes. Yes.
so it was actually the doorbell. So not only was it the Bone Breaking action figure he created, but he also came out with the Abdullah Butcher, right? What I really enjoyed is the fact that they are actually very similar pieces, right?
All by accident,
Only in one area.
Yeah, so
but it's
I really
great.
like this color. Yeah. so so I love the fact that the BBA and the Abdullah Butcher figures were very similar in that regard. So I thought that was pretty incredible.
Man, I'm gonna have to get. I'm doing the butcher when all this happens. I don't have any LJ collection. I stick with my retros. It's expensive enough, but with this
Yeah.
coming out, I'm gonna have to get some LJs or some big styles. Like I totally want to get Matt Cardona, just so I can put Bonebreaker and Cardona up on the shelf together. You know what I mean? But I want to get
Absolutely.
other ones too. You know. But yeah, I should get Abdullah.
I don't know what the hell.
Plus, I like when you this was completely unintentional. Like when you were posing for this, you were
Yeah.
just posing for the ice cream cones, right? Because that's sort
I
of
was
like
just trying to think of a good play pose that was different, that hasn't been done yet. A play pose that hasn't been done yet, you know?
because the ice cream cone is kind of like the Bone Breaking action gimmick type of deal, and
Uh,
I just thought that was so clever, and that was
oh,
so
'cause we did talk
intentionally
about
fun.
accessories in the past, yeah.
I can't show you.
It was all though, you know. If that's your pose, you gotta do a good pose for that, you know.
Absolutely, and it's playable. The figure looks incredible, but we know that this is obviously a resin prototype that came from Kevin. Obviously, Print Fury is the customizer that came out with the overall design for this figure. And when we do come out with the card backs, I do want to give a special shout out. Just like how when Zombie Sailors, when they come out with their figures, they give a special shout out to Ron Rudat, top of the corner, because he is a designer of original Hasbro's, right? and you know how they give those that shout out to him for designing their figures. I kind of want to do the same thing for Kevin. You know, he came out with these absolutely amazing designs. I think it's only fitting that we should give a special shout out to him as well on our
And
carding.
man, the sorry to interrupt you, but I mean that's what I'm gonna do since
Yeah,
we're up here together, right?
absolutely.
Talking about the long road to where we're at, even right now. The first ones that came out with a different customizer, and we were all excited. That took time.
Absolutely.
All this is taking time. Like we just said, it was a year. You mean? But like, yeah,
Yeah.
we were all happy. We thought it was all going to be magic and calm, and like we got those first ones. That was supposed to be the best thing ever. But you know what, man? Like that was a hard bump, and that's a hard bump for you more than me. You know what I mean? But at least it well, then it turned into the road we're down now with this guy making it, and look how much better he did than the first one. We've got the first ones. We're like, oh, this is awesome, and we don't really say his name, but the dude that made him, he was awesome. This would be so awesome, and then they all went to hell. But this this figure is way better. The Damien Riot one is way better. The whole thing is way better.
Yeah, the if we had gone this route the first time around, it because that really set us back. I mean, like you said, we probably would have already had like literally the entire series probably already released by now.
Oh
But
yeah, man.
I mean, we're probably a good 6 to 9 months behind waiting on probably like even more 12 months, even further behind because we had to go back, we had to find a new customizer, we had to get all of these figures remade, and since then we had to repivot. So a lot of the figures that we had made, I had the soldier figure done probably 3 different times. We've since moved on from the soldier figure. That's probably not even being made anymore. Uh, the Jason Up figure has been put on hiatus. So he decided that he was gonna bow out from the project. So um, I don't know. Maybe one day, maybe he could be part of series two, maybe series three. Is he still gonna be part of series one? Maybe. Right now, the idea is we might reduce the series of from down for like maybe 5 figures, 4 figures. Maybe we're only gonna do 2 or 3 figures. But there might be a no. Cancel that. There isn't a might. There is. There is going to be a special surprise release for Series 1. Um, the family representative of this particular superstar has asked me not to make any announcements. So I'm in respect of the family. I'm not going to mention any names, but let's just say it is a superstar that I am crazy excited about because he is one of my favorite characters.
It's
Absolutely
pretty
love his
freaking
gimmick.
cool.
Um, and his action figure, man, like it is somebody like I would have always been like, I gotta make right. And with the opportunity to make a licensed character of a real WWF superstar, like I am like going ape crap over like of excitement of the opportunity to create this character. I've already gotten with Kevin. We've already planted the process of creating the actual 3D files of getting this figure already made. So that's already in the works. Um, right now, I'm
That's
probably gonna wait
pretty.
for that. I'm sorry.
That's pretty sick, dude. That's pretty sick. That's pretty
Absolutely.
sick, man.
Yeah. So
I
I
want to see
feel
all kinds of stuff, dude, but I want to say no names or nothing. You mean? But like, yeah, I'm sure I know who you're talking about, and that's so rad, dude. And like, yeah, I don't want to even say nothing, but like, if there's like retro figures of him or whatever, this size one is like so much better than like a retro one of him. That's awesome, dude.
and we're gonna have a legitimate sized figure that's gonna be uh molded and based on a legitimate size where
This
it's
guy
actually
makes
going to
such
be
a
the
better
proper.
figure than
So
Elite, Mattel
it,
Elite, or a Retro or a Hasbro. This style of this guy is like perfect and so much better. It's awesome. It's great.
and when we're creating our LJNs, right? There are specific figures I want to use. I want to use Hulk Hogan. I want to use Big John Studd. I want to use Andre the Giant. I want to use Kamala. I want to use Greg Valentine and Big Boss Man, Ultimate Warrior. Jim Neidhart. Who else? I want to use who's some of my favorites? Outback Jack and Jim Duggan and Billy Jack Haynes, right? Because those are like some of my favorite figures, and those are like the best. King Kong Bundy, but with the better fighting pose. SD Jones is absolutely
I
perfect.
just want to make sure it locks.
Those are something that I want to use over and over again because I want this line to be as playable and serviceable. And these aren't going to be for just adult collectors. It's going to say 3 and up, 4 and up on the package. Why? Because these are something I want adults to give to their kids.
Okay.
The same way that these figures were bought for kids in the 80s and they were used, and 40 years later, adults are still going crazy about these. I want kids to enjoy our line the same way. And that's why when adults buy these figures for themselves and they're enjoying them for display purposes, when they're buying them and they're giving them to their kids, that's why I am crazy. Why you see that glisten in my eye every time, because you're gonna have like the best quality figure every time. Obviously, what I see, what I envision,
Yeah.
it's going to be different. It may be different than what we get in the factory, and this is what I'm talking about. This is the big focus of today's live stream, is to take a look at what we got from the factory. Now, these are obviously factory prototypes. They're not, what you're actually going to get in the package, obviously. These samples is what the factory sent me, because they're mostly going off of the rubber and the twist
Sure.
ability, the bendability, right? When you're looking at some of those issues, for viewers and fans that are interested in buying this, don't let this get in the way of your focus, because this
But
right here.
there's so much to talk about with all this right now,
Yeah, all that stuff, that's going to get fixed. That's not the main focal point. What they wanted to know about was like this right here. Are we comfortable with the flex of the figure? Is that serviceable? Is that okay? And it is. The one thing I was
All right,
talking
look,
about.
dude, I don't want to like get ahead, or I don't know where you're at, but
Yeah.
this part right here, when you showed me these the first time, you made them seem like they were like even more bendable than a regular LGN and all just kind of flimsy in a way or something like that. You mean? But then
Yeah.
I saw you showing them with Fly the other night, and you were bending the Macho Man probably, and you're
Yeah.
like, well, they kind of feel the same and stuff. You know what I mean?
And the difference between, like, when you look at these two figures, you really got to focus on the thinness. Like, the leg is a lot thinner, obviously,
When you
than
bend
the boot.
that prototype, the Bone Breaker one, is there wrinkles in the rubber and stuff? Is it
Is
like
there
wrinkles? Does it look weird?
No, I mean, it's just got the regular details of the boot, but I mean, there's
Yeah,
no
but
crack
yeah,
right
the
there.
rubber ain't wrinkling up and folding up. Because this is a big thing.
No.
Did you talk to the guy that was making it the other night and like talk
Yeah.
about what's going on right now?
Yeah, I talked to him. In
I
China,
thought about
they're
this a lot, dude. You mean? And like,
yeah.
I thought about this a lot. Like, yeah, I mean, so you talked to him like the sand was kind of like a joke and stuff, but then
Yeah.
because you made the band sound so bad, and then the next day
No.
it wasn't bad. And so what's going to change in these prototypes? What's going to change from the product to the one that's in your hand besides the arm pull off and stuff?
Well, he said that this right here, they said that this was a 75% flexibility, and they can try to change it to about 85% flexibility, which means that the bend is going to be a little bit harder. Now, I did talk to Sean over at Kayfabe Heroes today, and he said that if they go up to about 85%, there is a possibility that there obviously won't be enough flexibility, and that if you bend it, it could break. So this right here, this is good. Like, this is
Yeah.
if you look at this, look at that.
Bend the leg.
It's got the same
Bend
bend.
the prototype. Bend the prototype leg.
You bend it where?
Bend it like at the knee.
Bend it at the knee.
Box and crab that shit.
Come back out here.
See, it's not bad at all, man.
No.
The squishy. You can squeeze the stomach, and that's squishy. You
Well,
know?
I mean, that's because there's nothing on the inside.
Okay.
I know,
But-
but I mean, aren't the legs and the arms? You grab the arm and squeeze the arm all squishy like that.
No, they're nice and they're full.
Oh yeah, so yeah, it'll bend like this or whatever, but it won't. You can't squish it together.
Yeah, I mean, you can move the arms, which is great, but they're not
Can
like
you pinch
squishy,
your
like,
fingers
they're full.
together? Can you pinch your fingers together?
Can you pinch
Squeeze
them
the
together?
arm in.
See, it's got a good bend to it, you know.
This is what I'm saying. Like, so here's the arm, right? Can you do this
Yeah.
with it and like touch your fingers
What do you mean? Oh,
like this? Like pinch it together.
Yeah, that's fine.
what do you talk about? Pinch what together? The arms.
All right, this is the arm right here, right? And then grab your fingers like this, and then put your fingers together and pinch it.
Yeah, I mean,
Is that
it's
hard?
solid.
Does that go in?
Yeah, it's solid.
So there's nothing wrong with that figure as it is.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, what's this
wrong with it? The weight?
this is just a sample. So I mean,
I know.
once
So what's coming next? And then so I was all sad. Well, not even I wasn't even sad, but I mean, I was like fully happy with all this bendy stuff. But then after I saw the Fly video with you and Fly talking about it, and from what I see right now,
Yeah.
there ain't nothing wrong with it. There ain't nothing wrong with it at all.
no, I mean, like I said,
Hell,
once
it might even be better than the super. I don't know about XOX so much, but like I think the Bob Backlund was super rubbery, and you could it was like rubber all kinds.
well, I mean, what was wrong with the Bob Backlund is it was just bad rubber. Like it was.
Well,
it
that's
was
better
truly-
than that's what I'm saying. That
it was,
prototype right
it
there
was
is better
just
than
it was too,
that super
the
soft
was
rubber.
too,
That rubber you can even hold in the sunlight or by a lamp, you can kind of see through the sides of it a little bit, right?
Yeah, the Bob Backlund was just too. The rubber was just too thin. It was too paper thin. So when you pull the rubber back and forth, you know, if you were to go like this, the rubber would eventually tear like paper. But this right here,
So
this
that's
is
better rubber just right off there.
yeah.
So
Like
what
this,
have
here,
you
this is the
what have you been wanting to change on this stuff now?
on this. I mean, this right here, this is fine with me.
Yeah.
Uh,
No,
like-
on the phone. Did you change anything on the phone?
I asked them if they could make the legs a little bit, like maybe go up like 5 degrees. They said they could go up 10 degrees, and they'll send me another sample.
What
And,
and go up? Be fucking taller up?
No, well, no. I want it to be a little bit taller, but they told me they couldn't
It's
make
fine.
it.
It's fine, man. It's
Yeah.
fine.
But
In real life, those
but
dudes
the-
probably would be taller than Bone Breaker like that. In real life, they'll be taller than Damien Riot. So, I mean, on the next figure, you could change up the whatever the fuck the computer file, and you could
Yeah.
change the measurements. But these ones are good. No reason to change anything. You don't have to change. You know.
yeah, but you know what? This right here, if we ever wanted to do like a 4-inch plastic figure for like $20 or something, I might. If we ever want to do like a little smaller line at some point, this right here I think would be fun because you know obviously.
Plastic.
Yeah, because I think these would make great Galoob figures. They wouldn't be exactly Galoob, like I said. They're plastic, but I mean this is a nice hard plastic for 4-inch figures. I mean, for $20, I think this would be awesome. But yeah, to see what the finished prototype looks like. I mean that's amazing, and. The second figure, I mean, like I said, I brought it up for reference. At the end of February, this is going to be the next one that's going in production, Damien Riot. So, obviously, Damien Riot, he is a he is a wrestling action figure, first and foremost. But what I really like about this figure is that he does kind of secretly pose as a unofficial manager type. So,
Dude,
for
he could
so
wrestle, be the manager. I think another important uh, angle that the Damian Riot has to be is it's Riot and Maniac Riot Wrestling, and he's like the Vince McMahon of it, running the. I mean, that's got to be the bio. That's got to be part of his shenanigans, you know.
absolutely, and that's the thing. He's Damian Wright. He is the prince of a Maniac Riot Wrestling, right? So, I mean, obviously he's the wrestler, but I mean, for people that's looking for a legitimate manager type, I mean, he could be like your Jimmy Hart type or your Bobby Heenan. So it is such a perfect replica. And later on, either if we want to have like a special release of, Bum Shadow's referee in series one later on, or if we want to release him in series two as a referee, guess what? We have our official referee type as well. And I still want to have, your, we could double this up as a referee or as a manager type. We could double up Bum Shadows as a referee slash wrestler. Just because we put him in referee gear doesn't mean he has to be a referee.
I
He
wish I
he can
had
be a
time to make
twofold.
little He-Man comic books. Fuck, I'd make a goddamn storyline and shit for all this would help this stuff sell, and it would be a neat, you know.
Absolutely. But I mean, this is a great figure, and I mean, it's a little bit different than what I had planned. I mean, like I said, I was thinking, SD Jones choke slam with Greg Valentine's, arm punch, but with instead of the left arm up, right arm up. But I mean, it's a fantastic playable wrestling action figure,
Dude,
and that is
it's a good
always.
pose for like flying clotheslines and stuff. If I was a little kid, he'd be doing flying clotheslines like a mofro.
And this is always what you're looking for is playability, wrestling action figures, and good what do you call it, color schemes, designs to the figures. You're always looking for something that has good looks to them, good aesthetics. And you have your two YouTube stars, right? um Bone breaking action, setting the mold for the
Hey,
first release.
last night, were you talking about Fly last night? I don't know. Last time you talked to Fly, and I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, he was talking about how, oh, I kind of like the flexibility and all that because it makes it different, and it does make it different. That's a big issue that I think I'm gonna cover tonight, and I wish there's people in the chat talking about this, but how they are now, and it's so much better than I thought too. But I mean, they're kind of light and stuff. You know what I mean? So, I mean, are people gonna like these? Are people gonna be like, oh, this ain't straight up LGN and it's just garbage. You know what I mean? Or and it's not it's between like being a hollow squishy and a LGN, and it's more on the LGN, but like like Fly was saying, like, well, it's kind of cool that it's different. And then I was thinking, I mean, I don't have it in my hand, so maybe I'm totally wrong. But do you remember when you were a kid and you would just buy a big rubber generic dragon or dinosaur that was like all rubber,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
even part of anything? You know what I'm talking about?
yeah. I know.
Back in the
So
day,
yeah.
does it feel like that?
Right.
You know what? It just might because our church used to have one of those big giant dinosaurs they used to play with when you went to like Sunday church or what do you
Yeah, they
call it?
had
Sunday
dinosaurs and
school or whatever.
dragons and like a real bootleg fucking brand of He-Man would make those with saddles so your He-Man could ride it and it would add to your universe and stuff. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. So that's, are people going to be sad? This ain't LGM, this ain't no solid, and this is light. But then in a way, it's kind of cool because it kind of reminds me of those toys, and those toys were totally playable. You know?
Yeah, and everyone that's all in love with big rubber guys. I mean, that's basically what big rubber guys are exactly. Big rubber guys are not 100% rubber. Big rubber guys look exactly like this. Big rubber guys, they have the little inserts that fill in. Mattel LJNs that are coming out. Mattel LJNs are made exactly like this as well. So, I mean, a sad reality.
You don't want to
Nobody.
change up that rubber, and then like the guy said, it would break or whatever, and not be good. It's
Yeah, I
probably
mean,
good like that.
yeah, they're well. They wanted to keep it separate just so that I as the consumer,
Yeah,
I could see what it
No, I'm
looks
talking
like.
about like the
All
I'm talking about the rubber plastic percentage or whatever. It's probably just the way it needs to be, you know?
at 75%.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guys in China, they're all on vacation until the end of February, and they're supposed to return to work, but which is good because that's when I'm supposed to pay out to the foundation to start using the likeness, and actually, Kevin might be done with the figure by the end of February, and if that happens, I could have the STL file out to the factory. We could begin working on the new wrestler, and we can start working on this figure at the same time. So it is possible that the second and third figure could be worked on simultaneously, and who knows? We could technically have all three figures probably ready by May, maybe June, even.
Yeah, dude. So like all hypothetically, the new one and stuff that's in talks. You mean like what if that happens, dude? Um, this could totally just become something all good and fast. Like that's a good name. That's a good name recognition right there. That's like with some real stuff going on. You know, amazing.
Yeah, so I'm going in now. I'm creating getting the trademark done. I'm building a website and everything. So I'm getting all of this stuff as legitimized as humanly possible.
What kind of
So
website are you building? What do you mean you're building a website?
the MRW website. So that way
Yeah.
people can
Well,
actually go
that's
on.
pretty cool, dude.
They could see the figures, and if they want to start buying them now, they can. But I prefer them not to because, like I
And you can
said,
sell your stuff. You can sell your stuff through your that MRW website and stuff.
yeah, like my eBay stuff. Maybe
Yeah,
like
your eBay stuff and
that's
this,
the
and
best to
yeah,
do.
that's awesome, man. That's awesome, dude.
But
Totally
yeah,
awesome, man.
my goal is to not sell this stuff until I actually have them in hand because,
Right, right.
but,
But it's still
but
awesome that where it's going. It's going great, dude. It's going awesome, dude.
I
Even
don't
with
know.
nothing happening, it's going awesome.
I'm thinking I might do. I could. I mean, I could already pay for the mold for this. I could pay for the mold for the third figure, but I might change things up in order to help me out some. I might do pre-orders for the second and third figure, and if people want them, that'll help. That way, it'll already be paid for. And if I
Uh,
have the BBA figure already shipped and in hand, and people already like it, that's gonna only motivate them to hey, I like this product and I want it, and you know what? Hey, I'm comfortable paying for the second and third figure, so on and so on. But um, down the road, 4-inch figures, maybe. I mean, I think this is a possibility. But I do want to talk once so and so is signed, and I could talk more in depth about that. I think that's gonna be something I'd like to get on live chat and talk more about because that is gonna be a
oh
huge
man,
storyline.
there's some groundbreaking territory right there.
Man,
Pretty
crazy.
sweet, dude. Pretty sweet, man.
I'm telling you, I want to like find a way to do like those video. I see
Dude,
videos
just
where people like to make like AI videos where all they do is have like guys standing on shelves, like just action figures just standing on shelves, and then like AI just has them start out of nowhere to start breakdancing and stuff. And I'm like, man, how you guys doing that?
I don't know how to
Well,
do that either, man. I don't know. There's this thing called Deep Seek I heard about that I tried to go on there, but it didn't work out for me.
Oh man, posters. We gotta start coming up with the poster design for the new guy now. But
Well, are all these posters going to be the same and just
yeah,
the same background, same writing, just a new guy?
yeah, everything's gonna stay the same. We're just upgrading the figure design.
Yeah. So cool, dude. Dude, and then this guy comes, and then oh god, dude, that's just who comes after that? Another real superstar. You mean? And then another real superstar, and good stuff, dude. You mean?
Hell
Start getting good superstars, dude, and then you're doing what the fans want with the poses and all that. It's a awesome thing. You mean? Awesome packages we'll be doing. We'll be doing some awesome posters. It's gonna be some good stuff.
Hell, man, we have a freaking stalker on Facebook that's like seems to like love to be riding my freaking ass because obviously we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. We're advertising, we're putting out to YouTube, we're putting out to Instagram and Facebook, and we're putting out to the different groups. We're advertising and we're letting out people know, hey, we got this product that we're creating, and we're advertising ahead of schedule that hey, we're creating this line, we're creating these figures, uh, we're providing updates, we're letting people know what's going on, and what's happening with the creation of our product, etc. And that way, when the time comes and and we have the product in hand, people are familiar with us and they know what's going on, and they know to buy the item when it comes out, right? Well, so and so likes to always come onto my post and leave laughing emojis and crap like that, and leave stupid ass comments, and it drives me nuts. And I'm like, all right, fine. At least now with this, when the time comes, I haven't paid him yet, but it's a shoot thing. It's a sure thing. I'm going to. I wouldn't be talking about otherwise. When the time comes, this guy can't get into my damn comments anymore and be making those bullshit excuses of are you just some kind of backwoods friends making figures of each other. We're legitimized now.
Oh yeah.
So
At that point, it's just a little. You can't even see me on camera, right?
but like I said, man, I'm just so freaking excited about the signing. It's incredible. So
It's incredible. It's incredible.
man, I'm surprised a lot of our regulars aren't in here yet.
Yeah, it's a pretty sad, slow night on such an important occasion, huh? Nothing, just fly.
Yeah, and El, man, I've been reading all of your comments, man. I don't want you to think that we've been ignoring you or nothing, bud. We've been keeping track of what you've been saying.
I was all excited. I thought I was going to be able to talk to Anna tonight.
Shoot.
Good stuff
Oh,
going
but
on, though.
So
So that's all the changes. Was the legs, and that's it. I remember
yeah,
how
I
you were
mean,
saying about the legs. What were you saying about the legs? You were talking about centimeters or some shit.
but the
You were
legs.
talking about the rubber.
Well, I mean, the only thing that makes the legs, I would say a little bit too flimsy is the fact that the ankles and the calves is thinner. Uh,
Mm.
like when you look at Randy Savage, like his legs on this figure are
But
like super thick, right? So
but
when you
is that
look
what you're
at,
gonna tell the guy on when you talk to him at the end of February on the phone or whatever? There, is that what you're gonna tell him? What are you gonna tell him?
well, we already spoke. So when I'm like, hey, the legs are a little bit thinner, that's why it's more flexible, and that's what I'm
Uh,
saying. The leg is thinner, so it's going to be more flexible. Obviously, when you look at this, it's thicker, so obviously it's going to be a little bit harder
so is
to
it
twist.
settled then? Is it just time to glue them together real good and paint them, or
Yeah,
what?
because I mean, look at this figure. It's a rubber figure, right? And now this
Uh-huh.
actually is all rubber. This really is a rubber figure because this is a XOX custom, right?
Uh-huh.
Um, but even though this is a fully rubber figure, uh, you can't bend this at all. There's
Uh-huh.
no bend in this. But and why? Because look at the pants.
Uh-huh.
It's look how thick that is. So
Uh-huh.
so when you look at this and you look how thin, I mean, you understand why there's all that flexibility. So there really isn't an issue with that. I was just being too dramatic when I was saying that there was too much bend in the feet. When you actually look at that, the flexibility is perfect. It really is perfect for what you have with the amount of rubber that's in this particular partition. If you were to look at the legs up here with the pants, it's got the right amount of bend to it because you don't want it to bend too much because it's thick, right? If this bent way up high with that amount of thickness, then you're like, okay, it's way too bendable. But no, it's fine.
Uh-huh.
So I think you're right. I think at 75%, and I think we were going at 70% originally. He told me this was 75%. I think it's fine. I think this. I think anybody would be super excited with
So,
this
and he's
thing.
still gonna be around this, right? So right now, it's glue them together, paint them, do the packaging. That's
Yeah.
really close. What the price is gonna still be the same or what?
Until I find out what they're gonna charge for
Mm-hmm.
250 figures. Um, it's gonna depend on what the price. If they
Yeah.
charge $15,000 all in, it's gonna be $100 figures. If they charge $2,000 all in, it's gonna be like $50 figures or $40
Uh,
figures. So I mean, it really depends on. Well, these are gonna be $40 figures because uh, you're not charging me to release these. Um, if hypothetically Macho Man, if I signed Macho Man or Macho Man's estate, and they were, and I had to pay them, obviously
right, right,
it would
right, right.
charge a whole lot more because
Well, hell no, dude. If you can get that price down, that's an awesome thing too. You know.
yeah, but but I don't know what the price is yet. They haven't told me. They haven't given me a price tag. Plus the
Uh,
posters, we're including
I was about,
posters, and
I was about to
posters are going
say
to
that.
cost me more. So
Posters, packaging, all that, that's money too, you know?
Blue Mini for a second for some reason. Which one's Blue Mini? Uh, BBA.
Yeah, yeah, any other prototypes.
Actually, it could be Blue Meanie. That's funny. Hey, you up for a paint change?
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with the Blue Meanie. My new Bone Breaker would be a perfect tag team partner for the Blue Meanie.
Dude, you know what? Nah, I couldn't. But
Yeah,
I
we're all
was
talking
thinking,
about the same thing. I don't want to say the G word or the F word on your channel, but yeah, we're all talking about the same Bone Breaker, right?
man, like we could talk tag teams. But the one
Uh,
thing is, I don't want to do this because, well, I don't want to do it for two reasons. Number one, I don't like tag teams that are mirrors of each other. So let's say we had a tag team and this arm was on this side and this arm was on this side, right? So I don't like mirrors of each other, or LJN British Bulldogs. One tag team has the left arm up, the other tag team has the right arm. I don't like that. So I want tag teams where each figure is its own unique piece. Let's say one tag team partner look like this, one tag team partner look like this. Different, unique. So that's one thing. Second thing is, I was thinking, since you have like you have like three masks. You have the green one, you have the purple one, and then you have like the sort of greenish reddish red mask.
yeah, yeah, the
Uh,
Christmas one.
yeah, we could technically take this figure, repaint it three times with each of those three masks, and say, "Hey, we got a three-man tag team. We call you Demolition, some kind of demolition type three-man tag team." Uh, and that would be a good tag team set, and just alternate the T-shirt color scheme. But what would happen? You got the exact same fighting pose on each and every single figure. So we couldn't do it that way either. And I would absolutely hate that.
I would rather have just a variant of me than just me called something else or whatever.
Yep. Right.
I saw like the new Stone Cold. I mean, it's not like we all saw him before, but I saw that new Stone Cold with the arms up, looking all stupid. What a bunch of trash all that is.
HVT, what's going on, man? Hey Eddie, what's going on, bud? Welcome to the show, bud. Man, I'm hoping these sell, bud. This one, I
Oh
know
yeah.
this one's gonna sell. We're gonna get some good sales on this. I don't know what to think about this. Maybe 5 or 10 sales. I'm gonna probably make the same amount of purchases on this one that I'm gonna make on this one, but I'm not as hopeful on this one. But I think it's a great figure, so I'm gonna invest and I'm gonna hope. But But the third figure, I'm probably going to invest heavily, cross my fingers, and hope that my life savings is invested wisely because I'm probably going to end up going like 500 to 1,000 deep on that. And hope that it sells out in like a month because that one is going to, like I said, that's going to be the moneymaker I'm hoping. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it could be, but yeah, man, that's some heavy stuff right there.
So I talking to Peter Cisco, right? Um, awesome dude. He is, obviously a professional wrestler, and he is one of the guys that I want to, potentially sign. He's an indie wrestler, and he's one of the guys I've been mentioning that he might be a potential future signee for Maniac Riot Wrestling. And he's just in the business for so many years. He knows so many guys, and one of the dudes that he knows is Abdullah the Butcher, right?
Oh yeah.
And how awesome would it be to get a guy like Abdullah Butcher signed? But is Abdullah Butcher on a Legends contract? I think we talked about this in the past. And I know he's a Hall of Famer, but does that necessarily mean that he's got that contract, or is he free to sign with anybody? Because he signed with Zombie Sailors, right? So does that mean that he could sign with any company? Because I mean, here's another guy I would love to have part of the business because I would invest heavily quickly for Abdullah Butcher in order to make him right now.
Who knows what Abdullah is up to?
And he's still around. He's like 85 and he's still kicking, but he was just hospitalized
Yeah.
recently. So while he's still kicking, I would love the opportunity to work with him directly to try and come to an agreement. Maybe
Yeah, Abdullah's crazy.
yeah. But I think that would be fun though.
That'd be great.
Hell yeah. Shoot.
All that and then a ring, all this good stuff. There's all kinds of good stuff possible.
Like it seems like all the guys that I'm like interested in signing, like all those good dudes like with the fun looks, Abdullah Butcher and like Max Moon or like I talked about Aldo Montoya. I don't know. It seems like a lot of guys have like either legal troubles or something else. Some kind of problems where uh, some folks may not want to work with them. I'm like, eh. Or maybe they're just up there in
Well,
age.
all those legal troubles seem like you're like taking chances working with them.
Or they could just be older guys and just grumpy and or hey, maybe they might be the coolest dudes in the world. I don't know. I've never met Abdullah Butcher in real life, obviously. So like, hey, I just think he'd be a fun, interesting guy to have a conversation with, and I would love to meet him. I think he would have some amazing stories.
There's a lot of hustling going on though with them guys. You know what I mean? And then the ones that are like in trouble are doing like dirty, underhanded hustling because they're like carnies. So it's always a strange situation and everybody's different, you know what I mean? But
So I saw this video today. Shotzi had posted a big rubber guys of her green monster figure, and Matt Cardona had made this comment. And I thought it was hilarious. He's like, "I'm so sorry that I'm still paying you royalties." Making a joke. and, and I'm like, I don't know. Is it better to pay somebody out up front, or is it better to pay them royalties on each sale of on each individual figure?
I would say up front and just get it taken care of it out of the way, and
I mean, that's what I would like to do, be on the safe side. But at the same time, like if you buy 1,000 figures, and let's say you're a new business, there's no guarantee that 1,000 figures would sell. You may only sell 22. You bought 1,000 and you sell 22 figures, and it's like, man, you're stuck with like, what is that, 978 figures, and you just paid for all the stuff up front, and the other stuff will never sell. It's like, damn. So
And it's a long road too. Like I I hear about like these other guys making good quality ones, and a lot of times they don't sell them either for like a minute. You know, it takes sometimes they sell it right away, and sometimes it takes a few months to move them all. You know,
yeah,
people don't really worry about that Shosky. You know, like people that are buying that or not buying it or whatever. But that Shotski is like a little thing. Like her and Matt Cardona were fighting, and they always fight and feud. And then they had like I'm sure it was around Halloween. They had like a haunted house match where they fought through like a haunted house. And I don't know. It's a thing to see on YouTube. If you don't know who Shotzi is, it's probably a fun little match to watch. You know.
so Eddie, BBA. Originally, I was planning for that figure to come out like around March, April timeframe, and that right now is not going to happen. I already know that. Right now, we are still struggling to try and come out with a card backing design because we still don't know who the final roster members are going to be. Originally, the plan was all of YouTubers, right? The YouTubers who cover wrestling. That's why I said that we're like a year behind because the original designer who was creating our figures created the original designs for BBA, the original design for the Wadi Devil, the Wadi Soldier, and for the Jason Nupp New Age Revolution figure. And when the designs came out, the card backings we got, they just weren't the designs we wanted. They just weren't up to snuff. New Age Revolution, he ended up backing out because, well, I don't know what the reason was. I could only make a best guesstimate of why, but he ended up backing out of the project. And like I said, the soldier figure was nowhere near what I wanted, nowhere near my vision. So I had to kind of pivot to other customizers, and it just seemed like nobody was able to meet the vision I was looking for. So suddenly that figure became obsolete. Like I couldn't get that figure that I wanted. Um, so I had to find new releases, new characters to add to the line, right? Originally, then we moved on to Bum Shadows, and we had a new YouTuber to add to the line. So that was awesome. So we had the so okay, we didn't have the Wadi Soldier, but we still had the Wadi Devil. And we upgraded him to Damian Riot. When we changed the name to Maniac Riot Wrestling, that was so impressive because Damian Riot, it's still me. It's like Matt Cardona and why do I always forget his other goddamn name? Help me out here. I feel like an idiot.
Kurt Hawkins, Michael.
What's
Geez,
that?
dude, I'm all into myself. I feel bad. His wrestling, he wrestled Kurt Hawkins. And he's Brian Myers. Brian Myers.
No, I always think about his his retro figure, his Mattel retro figure. I can never remember his darn name on there because I only know him as Matt Cardona, but I always forget his retro figure
And is
name.
Hawkins the other guy? Is that what you're talking about? The Zombie Sailor Hawkins figure? Or Brian
No,
Myers?
no, Matt Cardona, his Zack Ryder. Thank you, Jesus Christ. I can't remember that damn name whatsoever. Zack Ryder. Like I only know Zack Ryder because of the Mattel retro figure. Ugh. How embarrassing is that? Damn.
I know you're embarrassing me. Matt Cardona, if you're watching, I know you're Zack Ryder. I promote Zack Ryder all the time. Matt Cardona, I'll help the Deathmatch King.
Oh God. That's embarrassing. So instead of calling it the Wadi Devil, we were like, okay, Damian Riot. I'm like, yes, why not? Everybody knows it's still me, but it's just my alternate name for the wrestling line. I'm like, that's cool as hell. So I'm still getting a figure in the line. I'm just not getting the soldier piece. So Bum Shadows was going to take over as the third character along with me, BBA. So who was going to be number 4? And that's why we've been flip flopping. Then we thought about, okay, are we going to come up with some created characters? some people agreed that was a good idea. Some people are like, no, we want something legitimate. Then we're like, okay, can we legitimize the line with creating some legitimate professional wrestlers, indie wrestlers, WWF superstars. I mean, what can we do? So creating that card backing has been a process because right now we're just not sure who the last of the roster is going to be. I mean, we might just have series 1 be 2 figures and end series 1 right here. If we want, we can come out with series 2 and say series 2 is, let's say, Bum Shadows and this superstar that we're going to sign at the end of the month. I mean, we can have 2 releases, 2 series releases in 1 year. That's fine. I mean, nobody says you have to have 1 series release every single year. I mean, 4 figures in 1 year is fine. I mean, that's not like overkill. As most people are releasing 4 figures, per year, per 6 months, per series, whatever. So the only difference is these figures are going to be $100 a piece, whereas Latuni, Big Rubber guys are usually about $50 a piece. But think of it this way: figures like this sell for around 130 to 150 bucks, right? So, I mean, with ours, it is going to be, roughly the same thing, but it's going to be professional. It's going to be factory made. It's going to be posters. It's going to be packaged. So it's going to be like a actual store bought item. And again, it's something that's starting from scratch, right? It's not some multi-million-dollar business you're buying from. So you're also supporting a small business, so you can look at it from that point of view. So you're helping out somebody. That's always added bonuses, I guess, for a lot of people. So,
Well, and then if it grows and grows and grows, all kinds of good stuff can happen.
yeah. And I think a lot of people, I mean, they like the fact that I've been talking about this from the very beginning, and a lot of people, they seem interested in the fact that they were there from the get go, from the ground floor up, and they've been able to follow from the very beginning to see the process and everything. So that's always fun, be able to share this stuff with you guys. So hey, Gerald,
Yeah, and
I
the
really
feedback
appreciate the
with
support, man.
and the feedback is what I was hoping to happen tonight and stuff. But actually, I mean, they're pretty good. You mean? I mean,
Absolutely, man.
I want to hear
Shoot.
people are gonna be like, "Oh, those aren't like real LGMs. They're too squishy." Blah blah blah. But after the last couple days, they're looking at them more. They are the real thing, and they're just fine.
Oh yeah, that like I said, man. This is just a sample. I mean, guys, again, anybody that's just tuning in, these are just samples. This Do not be scared off by this right here. This is not the actual figure you will be receiving. When you actually get this piece, a package, think of this more like this, okay? More than likely, it's not going to be the weight of this right here. This is a random treasures figure. This is a custom. Because this is customs, she actually pours the actual rubber. So this is actually full rubber. So actually has a lot of weight to it. This is going to be made from PVC, so this isn't 100% rubber or anything. What Big Rubber Guys makes, what Mattel makes. This is the material that they make as well. Unfortunately, I don't know how to pour rubber or do any of that fancy stuff that XWX makes, but that's why I got to go through an actual factory. But you are going to get LJN quality work, and that's the important stuff. You're going to have something that you're going to give to your kids, and you're going to have them wrestle next to your actual LJNs. And when I say that I'm going all out with this company, within reason, guys, let me backtrack. I'm not a millionaire. I am not wealthy by any stretch of the imagination. Don't look at my collection and think I'm rich. I'm not. I'm broke. uh, I think BBA said it best probably a couple years ago. He said, I'm not rich. Damn. How did you say it?
I don't
I'm
know.
I'm not rich. Damn. Well, what? How do you say it? I'm
MC
ir-
Hammer Rich.
I'm not rich. No, I'm not rich. I'm irresponsible.
uh-huh.
And I thought that was clever as hell. Uh, so uh, so when it comes to this, I'm trying to go all out and give the best products possible, and I'm trying to give these amazing figures in the beginning. I'm also trying to give championship belts. I'm trying to give wrestling rings. I'm trying to give accessories. Um, I'm trying to add Bone Breaking Actions dog accessory, but I don't want just a little small dog that's gonna be about that big to go with the figure. No, when I release, the dog accessory, the dog is gonna be like that big. So it's gonna be like its own individual figure to on card. So it's gonna be pretty awesome. Yeah, like the dog's gonna be like that big. That's what I envision. So it's gonna
I got
be.
the dog right here. I'm kind of getting entertained.
What prototype was that
I think
for?
a cool thing with the dog thing is and don't do the dog till you sell some guys and do some stuff, you know. But my great thing about the dog, I think, would be to do an accessory pack, and then you get the dog, and then you get some crutches and Singapore canes and stuff like that, in a little package. It'd be something special,
Yeah.
and it was like the ring, make the ring something special, something cool, you know. And then you got the guys, a ring, a little accessory pack with butters and some accessories, and then another ring and more accessories later on in the future. All kinds of good stuff you could do, you know.
Hell yeah.
Make a
So,
midget wrestler and make him an accessory pack since he's smaller, and then you get extra stuff. Like the dog's a little bit smaller, you get extra stuff. We'll have to find a midget to fucking hire.
AP Dub, if you're asking about the prototype of this one, so this one is the figure that we had Kevin Pelkey. He is a customizer. He runs Print Fury Customs. We reached out to him and we asked him if he could design, this particular figure. And we set up the designs to him, and he 3D designed this figure for us, so that we could get the STL file and we could send that file to the factory. Recently, the factory was able to take that file, create the mold, and I got a couple of samples. It took about 2 or 3 months for them to get the first couple of samples back to us. So Friday they UPS'd a couple of figures to me. I got them on Monday, and these were the samples we received. This one is a hard plastic sample. This one, obviously, we're not going to use because, I mean, it's a fantastic piece for a hard figure for a sample, but uh, our line is not going to be plastic. We're actually going to be just like LGN, right? We're going to have the actual, flexibility to the figures. So that's where this rubber mold is, comes into play with actual, flexibility to the figures. So when the factory, once I give consent, hey, I like the figure, it's good flexibility, thumbs up, you can begin processing. Uh, this is what the figure is going to eventually look like. One thing, when you notice, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, look at the eyes of the figure when it's not painted. So there is a lot of color and detail, especially in the face and the eyes of this figure unpainted, right?
It's the gray part, man.
Yeah, so it looks absolutely incredible, right? But but the bad side, when you paint it, you have the mesh eyes, and you don't get the color, you don't get that detail of the eyes. So
But no, but the eyes on that figure right there that you're holding, That's
Yeah,
the. Is that the same exact mold as that
yeah,
prototype? No, is it?
yeah. Same exact one.
Oh, so let me see. Yeah, I'm happy then, dude, because I was kind of like sad that the eyes were like all in there. You could see them all good, but if you just paint it gray and it looks just like that right there, I'm happy with that. It's good.
Yeah, same exact figure. It's just how they painted it.
All right, yeah. So it comes out good when it's painted. I'm really happy about that because I was kind of thinking like, oh, that's got to be changed. Like, I got my purple mask, right? And that's where this eye stuff is gone on the purple mask, And then on that, I thought we were gonna have to change it and maybe take this gray stuff out, but you don't have to because you paint it and it looks like it's supposed to, you know,
Yeah.
like it looks like it's supposed to on the figure. So that's good. I
Yeah.
like it. I'm way happy about that because I didn't think that part was looking too good, but it's good.
No, it's literally the exact same thing.
So
But
good. Fuck yeah, that's a good thing. I'm happy about that.
I really like the aspect of seeing the eyes on this figure though.
We'll
But
save
I mean,
that for the another one when you want to do a variant. It's the purple mask, and then the eyes will be there with no covering on the eyes, and then it'll be good for that.
good point.
Go. It'll even look like it's a different mold because of that reason. It'll look all fancier like that.
You know what I also love about this is that the BBA lettering is raised on the figure, and they do have the raised lettering on here as well. It's not as predominant on the rubber as it is on the resin, but you still can feel the raised lettering on here pretty well. So that's really nice. They did a good job with that. Oh man, dude, this is gonna be a really good figure, man. The fans are really gonna love this. This is gonna sell really well, dude. You got an awesome piece here.
It's awesome. Fuck yeah, it's awesome.
You got a really freaking awesome piece. I am really proud of this. I'm glad that we decided to release this first.
And you know what?
This
All right. So
this
like
is
the
really good.
first mold that the other dude made, we're all happy about that. Thinking that it's all great. Sorry, man. Thinking it's all great and stuff. But look how much better this one is, dude. That one that you have is like perfect, dude. I like the shirt. It's like different than other ones with the little lip or whatever, but I think that's great. The bottom of the shorts are great. The wrinkles in the clothes are great. They're not the LGNs don't have wrinkles and little lips like that. And
No, they
I
don't.
think that I think this way is way better, dude. The
Hell
only
yeah.
thing that ain't all exact is the mohawk part, and the mohawk on the figure is so awesome that it doesn't even matter that it's not exact. You know what I mean? It's great.
And the one
It's
thing,
awesome.
and for adults, I love the hell out of this, but dangerous. And for adult collectors, they may love this. But for parents giving this to their kids, they may hate it though. Like I said, it is kind of sharp up here. So for parents giving it to their kids, they may be concerned because, like I said, I want this to be for kids, right? 3 years old, 4 years old, whoever. I mean, are kids gonna put this in their eye or nothing? I mean, no. And
Are
even
you
if
gonna
they
put?
do,
Are you gonna buy
are they gonna?
$100 figure for? Well, I guess toys are expensive. I don't know. Besides all that, if you put Bone Breaker in your mouth, then you get what you fucking deserve.
But I mean, at the same time, if a kid puts this in their eyeball, are they gonna blind themselves with it? No, but it's probably gonna hurt. But I mean, it does have some level of sharpness. But yeah, I mean, obviously this is resin, but it's got a nice hardness on here, which I really like on this. And here, even this, it's got a nice flexibility to it. So this is a really good. Like I'm just sitting here talking about this is a really good piece. Like everything, even the tassels have a night. You could feel the tassels. It's got it's nice and raised on
That's
as it
that's
sits
how it needs to be.
as
That's
it
good,
sits
but
on
yeah,
top
that's
of
how
the
it needs to
t-shirt.
be.
So yeah, you could feel as the arm. You could feel the t-shirt. You guys could feel underneath the t-shirt. Oh man, you could
Yeah, man,
actually.
that's it. Like the other parts, and that's different, but it's a good different. The
Like you
bottomless
could,
shorts, the boots, it's all good, dude. It's all good.
hell yeah, like that's so freaking like I like this a lot. I think we have to. I think we if this does sell as well as I hope it does, we have to come out with the purple mask variant. I don't like variants, but well, let me rephrase that. I like variants under certain circumstances. I don't like variants when they're nothing more than cash grabs. I mean, variants are okay with me, for certain causes, but like under,
I
under, right,
was gonna
under right
shout out both
circumstances.
shadows earlier, dude, but both shadows just now. I lost my eye because of a BB finger.
Oh man, that's good.
That was the internet of the day right there.
That's a good one. Shoot. So, hey, Dwayne, I don't know if you've been paying attention. I don't know if you heard the show earlier. BB and I were talking about when we get your figure out, potentially releasing you as a referee. I don't know if you care about which figure is released, which variation, or if you or have your heart set on a particular release, or if you honestly don't care as long as you get a figure, man. But I think the best option is to get you out as a referee because that way the line gets a referee and you get a figure as soon as possible.
The one-eyed ref, dude, it's a perfect gimmick. And then when we were talking on the phone the other day about the referee part, is I think what's great about that is because all these other lines have these basic referees that are just playing and all that. But if you had a bum referee, bum would be a cool ass referee in your LGN big fed, because he has a better look than a stupid ass referee, and then he's got the one eye gimmick, and it's awesome.
That's what I'm saying. And like I said, you don't just because you have a referee, it doesn't mean he has to be in their county 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, like the
Referee
bum
could
ref
be
would be. I mean, it could blend in any big fed, because it's
he
just your
could
basic referee that like needs to be there because you got to have your little ref. But like with bum, you would get not just your little ref, you get like a cool ref that would be cool to use.
I'll tell you what, I got Bum Shadows coming into my federation. Hey, from Foot Locker, we got Bum Shadows. I mean, that's how I would introduce him, man. He works at freaking Foot Locker. He wouldn't even be my referee. Or, the referee would be his gimmick. I always say that. A referee doesn't have to be a referee. A referee could just be the gimmick. Or hey, he just likes a white shirt and black pants. That's
Or sometimes
whatever.
there's problems and the ref has a little feud and does some matches in between repping.
Exactly. So I think, like I said, I think that's the best because he can double as a manager and wrestler. Bum Shadows can double as a referee and a wrestler. I mean, it's fun. So, and I think that this is a fun character because he could double as luchador wrestler and well, it gives you two universes: luchador wrestling, Mexican wrestling, and it could give you regular everyday wrestling, American wrestling.
According to
So
comments, he could double with Nacho Libre and the purple fat guy and the red
I'm sorry.
rooster. And
I still say Nacho Libre is possibly the worst freaking movie in existence. I honestly believe that is the only movie I have ever fallen asleep to. And I'm not saying, it's the middle of the night, you're laying in bed, it's dark, and you're tired, you fall asleep. No, because you just simply don't care. Like you're dozing and you're intentionally trying to fall asleep while watching something. No, like literally, it's like 6 o'clock, and you popped in a DVD and you're trying to watch a movie and you literally just fall asleep because the movie was that freaking stupid or that boring. And it wasn't just me. Like this is like back in like what 07, 08, something like that when that movie came out. And my wife and I both fell asleep to that. How the hell do both couples? How does both the couple fall asleep to a movie? It was that freaking bad. And I thought Napoleon Dynamite was a stupid movie. Oh my god, Nacho Libre. I don't even remember what happened in that movie. Like I don't think we even made it through half the movie. It was so bad.
I don't mind it. I think Napoleon Dynamite is a good movie, and Nacho Libre. I don't really sit down and watch movies all, but I've seen enough of it where I just say it's all right. The thing with Nacho Libre is I know a lot of my favorite wrestlers like work behind the scenes and stuff, so it makes it like a little bit better than me or to me.
Well, Bum, I know you got like 800 family members, so I think we're gonna have to get each one of your family members to buy one.
You know what? I was reading that, and then I was thinking in my head just now and stuff. Is he does all these guys? He should do the Bumpster, like Hulk Hogan and the Bumpster. It seems like the Bumpster, wherever he happened.
The bump taker, or the. I just want to do the bummer taker because, or what is it, bummer taker, bum taker, however we say it. I just want him to. I just want to make that one because I want the damn Undertaker hat. Because I just need another accessory. I should have went with the pitchfork. I knew I should have went with the pitchfork, but instead I went with the Freddie Blassie cane.
A pitchfork might have been a lot. Maybe a different cane, maybe a cane with a little ball on top, or like a fancy, because that's what he looks like. Instead of a pitchfork, I think like a little fancy cane. You know?
Oh, speaking of cane, so like I said, I went with the Freddie Blassie cane, but the cane is probably going to be, a hard, maybe a sort of resin type cane. At least that's what the plan is right now, because that's kind of like what this one is, right? Uh, Question. Since these darn things fall off the shelf and they break very easily, now this one's like kind of really nice and thick, but and when a Freddie Blassie figure falls off or a Mr. Fuji figure falls off the shelf and their cane breaks, a Mr. Fuji cane costs like $40 or $60 or $80 for just to buy an original cane accessory, right? I don't want my buyers or to have to go out and spend all this money to buy an original cane in the future, right? Or have to buy a custom cane, right, or etc. So, I'm thinking about having the factory make a rubber cane accessory. I think one of the best things that XOX Customs did with their Brutus Beefcake figure was make a rubber shears accessory for the Brutus Beefcake figure. So I want to do a rubber accessory for the cane. Now I'm hoping that if that happens, that the cane will still go in, but it won't, bend over because it's rubber, and I think that won't be an issue. I think it'll still be nice and strong. It'll still be straight, but it won't be breakable. So that'll make it a lot more valuable, I think, in a lot of people's eyes as well.
It's got to be cane. It's got to come with cane or whatever. That's funny, like JR.
It's gonna go. Oh man, what else do we got to go? So I'm trying to think of big stuff.
It seems like there's so much more to talk about with these things, but then everything's all good. So that's why it wasn't all like a bunch to talk about it, because it's just all good the way it is, you know?
I mean, I was really hoping that there's gonna be a whole lot. Like I was really hoping there's gonna be like 30 people, 30 to 50 people in the chat.
I thought there would be. I thought there would be.
Because I was really, thinking there's gonna be a lot of questions, and that we'd be able to answer a lot of things and talk about a lot of a lot of stuff. But I mean,
no.
pretty much. But a lot of time, I pretty much keep everybody up to date with a lot of stuff that's happening. So there's really not much more to go over. So other than what we already discussed normally, but just kind of recap, new potential superstar at the end of the month. Again, I can't name names because the family's representative has asked
there hasn't
me.
been much talk about, man, because like you bust out the figure and it's just all great, and then the new guy and it's just all great. Like there ain't much talk to go back and forth about,
Yeah.
because everything's just good news, fabulous news,
Yeah. You know what? One things I want to do. I want to give a special shout out to AJ, Ahmad Janjua, owner of Latuni. One of the things that I really respect about him, when I decided I wanted to start a LJN action figure business, I was going into basically we were going into direct competition with him, right? You know what this man did? He helped me. He told me a company to reach out to help to get what factory to go through. He gave me points of contact. He told me what basically what prices to expect for modes. What shipping prices, things like that. Basically gave me the go round of what to expect for to going through this process. He'll help me out a whole lot. And as a competitor, you don't expect that.
No, nobody does stuff like that at all, man.
And a lot of time you go through like other businesses, you reach out to other people, especially people that's not even in direct competition with you. Like if I reach out to, some like so and so from this retro line or that retro line, it'd be like, hey, I want to, reach out to you because I want to get like a reference check or so and so, right? Um, just not anything. I'm not even in direct business with you or anything, but I just want specific questions. Uh, no response. And then that's kind of like frustrating, or you have questions, like hey, or basic, you're trying to start a new business, or you have questions, and you just want to, get as much information, pertinent information as humanly possible, so that you're not struggling, you're not really ripped off, or you're not being taken advantage of, and it's crickets. Nobody wants to help you out, and that's so frustrating. And I feel like in this community, it's like just because you're supporting one business doesn't mean you can't support five other businesses. I pretty much buy from like every freaking company on the planet, so it's not like if five different companies are making demolition figures. If this business is making demolition, I won't buy from this business and that business over there, right? So, if they're making good figures, I'm going to buy from them. It's as simple as that, right? So I really respect the hell out of him and want to give a lot of shout outs to him for all the support, especially for helping me, get started in making this stream a reality, for helping us, making this dream a reality. So, and, Sean over at Kayfabe Heroes, another great guy. I'd like to thank him as well because he's helped me quite a bit as well. Whenever I reached out to him, he's answered my questions a few times, a whole lot actually. So, there are good people who do right by you, and I do thank them and want to give them special recognition.
Yeah, it's all awesome, man.
All right, so I don't know what your night looks like. If you're free for the night, or if man you got anything else going on, but I know the wife was expecting me to kind of spend the day with her, and
Oh yeah.
I wasn't like planning for like a super crazy long live stream, but I think we pretty much hit on the stuff that I wanted to hit on.
Yeah.
Posters. I mean, like I said, posters is pretty much complete. I think poster design. The only thing that's ever going to change on there is be the name of the poster and the character of the figure that we're putting on there. That's going to change. That's about it. But that should never
Posters
change.
are rad, man. Better than I imagined. The posters are super rad, man.
Oh, absolutely. Has always been cool as a figure seller. Not surprised he's been helpful to you. Great dude. Yeah, man, absolutely. 100%, bud. Always cool dude. And I still got to do a review of his Legion of Doom figures. Like, that's one thing I said I wasn't doing anymore with figure reviews. But, like, I think when it comes to Latuni, I think I should do, special. Oh, damn. Maniac Riot Wrestling. I think I should create a new channel specifically for Maniac Riot Wrestling. That means any Maniac Riot Wrestling related content, figure reviews, or even live stream. Well, shoot, I can't do live streams unless I have subscriber counts, but I'm thinking I should probably put that on a separate YouTube channel. And I won't have the subscribers or the viewers on a new channel, but maybe if I start sending some of my viewers over to that channel, maybe hopefully I could build the channel up really quickly.
Here
So
comes Galactic.
hey, what's going on, bud? Up with the racing. So I'm just thinking, what do you, what are your thoughts about that, man? You think that'd be a better course of action? Have people kind of associate this line with the Maniac Riot Wrestling line? I mean, I guess I could always change this YouTube channel to Maniac Riot Wrestling, but I kind of want to make a free channel. That way, all the content is strictly just one single topic, Maniac Riot Wrestling, and that's it. But I also probably want to start from the beginning, probably all of the stuff that we had from Sin, and just kind of work our way on forward. That way, people can see all of the original prototypes, where the line started, and where we've expanded from since then.
Yeah, you can put a lot up on that little channel.
And I might want to copy a lot of our live streams and probably put them on there as well.
Yeah, like the road to where it is just now, and then all the stuff that happens after that.
Pretty much.
But yeah, like we were talking earlier, it's been a year or maybe a little bit longer, really talking about everything as far as things to talk about on there, about how, where it all got started, day one-ish.
Shit, I remember talking about not being rich, and then I don't think I ever elaborated on why I was talking about that. I think I kind of went off topic, and then I never went back to why I was talking about that.
I know that was a long time ago.
I know, it's kind of funny the things you think about. I was talking about that, and I went off topic, and now I can't remember why I was talking about that. But
You're talking about that because you're talking about how you're fucking investing all your goddamn money in this.
Oh yeah, so I think it was something like I was trying to see how well these figures sell, right? And if they sell really well, then there's I did it. We did talk about it because I mentioned it. If they sell really well, the plan was I wanted to expand the line even further, which included referees, managers, Bum Shadows as referee. Maybe use this as a manager. I don't know. Wrestling ring was a big one. Mattel
if you get that new signee, man, and then all kinds of roads are gonna open, and who knows who's in the future.
Yeah, Mattel's probably not going to make an LJN wrestling ring. If they do, it's probably going to be a couple years down the road. I think I heard that Big Rubber Guys isn't interested in making a wrestling ring. If they're not interested, shoot, I'll jump on it because all the folks are on these Big Rubber Guys, fan pages screaming for Big Rubber Guys to make a wrestling ring. And from what I hear in the chats is that they have no interest, or they made a ring. But it's like a Major Bendy's, 4-inch ring.
Hey, what does this mean? As Tato once, as Toto once saying. All right, never mind, man. I was thinking Toto. I was thinking that wrestling video game. I was thinking something totally different than that. Never mind.
Always on time. No.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about something totally different.
She glad I didn't say mayonnaise. I love Toto. They're a great band. Hey, hold the line.
The only reason I even came up tonight is to talk to Anna, and she didn't even show up. Africa, I like that Weezer and Weird Al redid that Africa song.
Dude, he's stupid. See, that's why I'm trying to get like the 2-for-1 going on this month, and I might be eliminating my entire savings by doing that. But if I do that and it works out, and it works out big time, the fans are going to get some amazing pieces, and it's going to be 4 incredible lines, 4 incredible LJN lines going simultaneously. Let's be honest, guys. We got like 20 freaking Hasbro style lines going on right now, but LJN is like is so limited. We've got big rubber guys, we've got Latuni, we've got Mattel LJNs, and we've got XOX custom figures. So and we can't count XOX because again they're customs, and if we throw XOX in there, we have to throw in every other customizer out there, right? Anyone that takes a uh, Macho Man and repaints this, swaps out the head, and turns this into CM Punk. Okay, bam. Now that person is an official LJN manufacturer. No, so I mean, I'll probably count XOX because you have to. But then you got to say, well, what about Print Fury? Because Print Fury is the ones that make the figures, right? But XOX are the ones that turn it into rubber. So it's you got to put them in the same boat. You got to slice it down the middle. So we'll be number 5 if we put it that way. So you got to have a decent amount of LJN companies out there, and what's coming out is going to be incredible. We're gonna have 2 really awesome YouTube channel custom figures, right? And then you're gonna have we're gonna start creating some amazing actual wrestlers, actual superstars, actual WWF superstars. And like I said, BBA is an actual wrestler himself. So he's going to have that actual professional wrestling back history to go along with his actual YouTube status as well. So he's going to have both ends of the market cornered, which is fantastic. When I have this other guy coming in, I'm going to have his superstar status with the WWF, and if I am able to do other gimmicks, WCW gimmick, another WWF gimmick, perhaps. Maybe.
Just be like everybody else and just use the real name and dress them different.
Yeah, I mean, I can't use. The only bad thing about that is I can't use the exact same mold. But if I have them signed, I can use this. At least I can use a different character, and I think with the second character, I could probably dress them up to look like the genius Lanny Poffo or something. If everybody loves the big rubber guy's Lanny Poffo figure so much,
I don't see it too good, but I don't like it at all because the rope goes all the way to the floor. So I just imagine like the bottom of him is like this because there ain't no boots. It's just all one solid thing coming down, right?
Well, everybody was sweating that figure like it was the greatest thing ever, and I'm like, dudes, it's no, like you guys are crazy. And then I got the figure
non-playable figures to me.
Well, it isn't. I held it in my hand, and I'm like, damn it, you guys, you got me. They're right. It's a good figure. It's not great. It's not a playable figure by any means, but what it does have, it has a lot of weight to it. And because I like the heavy figures, I like it for that purpose. So it is a really good figure. I mean, it's not like the best figure of the line, but it's definitely a really good piece. So I will give him credit for that, but it doesn't hold the diploma or whatever it is that he has in his hand.
The little writing scribe or whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't hold that piece in the hand at all. So
it's supposed to.
What's that?
It's supposed to hold it, but it just don't stay, or what?
Yeah, it really struggles to hold it in the hand. So it will stay in there sometimes. Like you got to hold it all the way to the bottom and have like the top metal piece hold it like right at the very tip of the thumb and try to keep it in that way. But
I want it like in the middle.
Yeah, any slight movement and it'll pop out. So I mean, it's a good piece. Like I said, the weight of the figure is where the value is. The look of it is fine. The play pose sucks. The fact that it's a Lanny Poffo is what makes it good because he just doesn't exist on the market.
I don't follow it all close, but I saw him and I was like, I don't know. At first, I kind of didn't like it. I don't know. Lanny Poffo ain't that exciting, and then I thought that robe was kind of like not good, But I don't know. What are you gonna do with him anyway, And I'd rather have that Lanny Poffo than in regular wrestling gear and like a frisbee or something, I guess, you know? I don't know. What are you going to do with him, though?
And the fact that it does have feet, I mean, that actually makes it better, I think. Like some of the female retro figures that don't have feet, their dresses actually act as feet, and it actually stands up really well. That actually works in its benefit as well. So I like that aspect.
Yeah, and it's a fun one at the end of the day.
Yeah. So,
And
all
I
right,
don't know.
guys. I think that's pretty much gonna cash it in for the day. I mean, we're a little over an hour and a half now, and I think that's it.
All right. It wasn't as bentful as I thought it was going to be at all, but
I mean, I think we got about probably a couple hundred views, probably 300 views or so, and I think by tomorrow morning we'll probably be at like 600 or 700. So we'll definitely get a few hundred.
Well, let's hear some comments on some constructive criticism, whatever in the comments, you know.
Yeah, but a lot of people.
It's pretty good though, dude. I don't really see no constructive criticism about it. You mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's just the early
really
going
don't.
samples. I think most people are interested in seeing what these were all about and whatnot. So. Oh man.
That's the Anna shit right now. Well, the
I think
party's
that
over, Anna. I came just for you, and the party's over. So whatever. Blah,
yeah,
blah on you, pee on you. How about that?
I think that's a dude.
I'm sure it probably is. But when I get off here tonight, I'm gonna imagine that it was a girl. So joke on him.
Oh man. All right, guys. On that note, oh man, oh man, that got me coughing. That made me laugh so hard. All right, guys. That made me laugh so hard. That's funny. Everybody, I just want to say thank you to everyone that's tuned in, left comments. This has been another really fun live stream. Special thanks to Bone Breaking Action for joining us for the live stream and for tuning in for allowing us to show Maniac Riot Wrestling's future releases. Bone Breaking Action is expected, hopefully. I'm planning for no later than May. Now, obviously, things are scheduled to change, but I'm planning for no later than May, hopefully a lot sooner. For the second figure and number 3, if I can get them all paid for and in process, if I give them the thumbs up for this, they should automatically start the process of processing everything else the same way. It took about 2 months to get the molds for BBA. So March and April, which means May, I could get the samples back, which means June, July. I would say August to start shipping. Damn, I'd probably say October is probably when we're probably expected to get the second and third figures. So I didn't think about shipping. So if it's on the boats shipping, that's gonna be some extra time frame. So I said May for the BBA. No, that's not likely, huh? So we're probably
I
looking at
have
like
no
what?
clue. Well, look how this one shipped off fast. I don't know.
No, I mean shipping from the factory from the boat through the via boat. So from the factory via boat, the BBA figure might actually take up until June or July now, if that's the case. And again, this is just speculation. I don't have a definitive date because we haven't begun manufacturing of these yet. The only thing I can say everything is going to be paid for in the next month or so, and we should begin processing. So it's going to be done before 2026 ends. So, uh, damn, maybe I jumped the gun by talking about this way too soon, but I don't think so. I want everybody to know that these are in the works, and it's fun to talk about this stuff regardless.
Yeah, and just updates and things change and things go on, and you gotta get a heads up. Start saving your money now. You're gonna have to buy one to open, one to save on package, and one to sell for $1 million later. Start saving up.
Well, shoot, this BBA plastic, might go on eBay for $1 million.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say that earlier when you were talking about how, like, I can't remember what you're talking about, but I was gonna say that's the $1 million one on eBay right there.
I need to get a plastic or a hard acrylic case for this one.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Got pull that other one apart and sell piece by piece.
Shoot. All right, guys. I'm going to cash it in for the night. I'm going to go spend time with the wife, and I don't know, maybe we could watch Survivor or something. Shoot.
All right, good deal.
All right, everybody. Have a good night. It's been fun with you guys. Take care, everybody.
All right, man. Later.
Take care, everyone.